Hey, Steve here. In this video, I want to show you how you can follow the Irish and UK horse racing and get winners based on price movements over the last, say, 12 minutes or something like that, without placing one bet and without watching any races. This is the graph of the last 2 months that we've had with our RPM bot, which bets automatically. And in fact, I'm in Western Australia. These races happen in the middle of the night when I'm fast asleep, getting my beauty sleep. And I have not seen any of these races, not physically put a bet on, and I've managed to make £272 level staking, £1 stakes or $1 stakes, not increasing, nothing, just like that. So this video, it's a little bit long, but I think it's a great time to take a little bit of time to save you a lot of time later and make money while you do nothing to do with watching the races or physically placing bets. So welcome to the 6 or 20 odds UK Ireland win 6 green approach. Now, what I'll do is I'll show you the long method first because then that's how this one was created. I mean, they don't work hand in glove, but they work very closely together. And then I'll show you the software that does this, gets these figures while you do absolutely nothing. Just have it running on your computer or run it on a VPS, which is a virtual private server. We run ours on a virtual private server. It just saves us having to leave the laptops open. So without further ado, let's have a look at how we got this. So a little bit of a history lesson. Back in May 2020, right, when COVID was around, we released a cloud software called Racing Price Monitor, and it records the horse races covered by Betfair around the world, whether US, Australia, New Zealand, UK, Ireland. Did I say South Africa? Does South Africa? So this software records all of those races, and you set up the time intervals over 6 time sequences like 12 minutes, 9 minutes, 7 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, and then bet time like about 60, 20 seconds. You fire the bet in for the horses that you want to bet. So basically, what happens is we are looking for, if we just go on here, we are looking for what we call 6 green. You can see there all those boxes are green. This means that this horse, doing it in style, from when we started recording the price 12 minutes out, it was 7.2 with the odds, and when it finished it was at 6.6. So that means the price just before the jump was better than it was 12 minutes out, and the fact that every price along that price line was a higher price than when it was ready to jump. So that gave us the 6 green boxes, and that's the principle that we're looking at when we use our RPM bot. And what it's done, the way we've programmed it, you can change the programs, simple as clicking buttons and changing some numbers, is that we want only horses that are odds between 6 and 20. So a pretty wide price range, but a good price range. And that's what we've used. So doing it in style, in fact, was a bet for us because it was between 6 and 20. It was 6.6 and it had 6 greens. So the bot fired the bet in, and you can see there with the blue P there, it ran a place. Now, we also added on the far right hand side, you can see there Betfair login. You can actually log in to the software into Betfair and place the bets manually. Now, that's what you had to do before we made the RPM bot. So you would have said at 20 seconds off, you would have said, okay, doing it in style, all green. It's our bet, and you would have clicked on log on Betfair. Once you've logged in, you don't have to keep logging in, you stay logged in. You would have placed the bet, and then that would have been it, and you would have watched the race and then moved on to the next race. Now, that suits quite a lot of people's betting. They can get involved, they can get a good return. I'm showing you the results I'll show you today Saturday and yesterday's, which was Sunday, obviously, show their results. Now, people who had the weekends off could actually follow it if they wanted to and use this cloud software. So it's a cloud software. You can use it on your phone, PC, laptop, whatever. But this video is not about so much as about the cloud software. It's about the automated RPM bot so that it frees up your lifestyle and your time to spend with your loved ones and family. Maybe they're the same. Okay, so that is what we're looking at. Now, obviously with the cloud software, um, there's many ways that you can play it, and same with the RPM bot. But if we look at this race in particular, this was Gowan Park. Uh, we can see that the first one, doing it in style, 6 green was at 6.6. Go down to nothing hectic at 15.5. Excuse me. All green. Aquaforce 29s, all green. That was the winner. So nice one there. And Catholic Girl 48, all green. So there's 4 all greens in that race. But in the technique, the program that I'm going to show you is we're just looking at the first horse that arrives between 6 and 20, and that's our bet. And that's running at a 14% strike rate. I hear you say that's not high, but consider the odds 6 to 20. And it's showing 45% return on investments. That means for every pound or dollar we spend, we're getting 45 cents or pence profit, and we're only level staking. Okay, and in this example I'm showing you, this is recordings off our bot. This is the last 2 months, and we've only bet a pound on every one of them. Okay, so we got a lot of feedback from obviously releasing Racing Price Monitor and having all those races there. The same one, Steve, we can't follow the races every day. We come home. And the good thing, I must say, with the cloud version is you can go back and look at past data. You can go back and look at 3 months' time and see how the ratings would have gone to the times zones that you would have set. We can't follow the races either. What can we do? That was the birth of RPM. It took a long time to get it to the standard that we wanted. And now we have had it going for about 3 or 4 months, and we've found a nice sweet spot from some of the people that didn't want to do progressive staking or that they wanted level flat staking. This is what this will give you. So there's a little magic box, RPM bot, horse racing, very simple. It does horses and it follows the red-green market, price market. Now, this software runs on PCs with Windows, or you can run it on a VPS, which is what we do, private server. Costs us around £10 a month. We use an Australian one, so it costs us $20 Australian, so £10. And we run the VPS, so we can access the VPS on our phone, laptop, whatever. We get out if we want to have a look and see what's happening. We can just access the VPS there. That's not part of the RPM bot that we're talking about, but that's just one way and probably the best way of using it. Now, as I said before, I only want to show you the one approach that you can use. There's room for 6 strategies in the RPM bot, okay, but this is just one way. And it's the level stake, all green, and the odds are between 6 and 20. And we only use the first horse that qualifies. So we're only betting one horse per race, even though there may be other all greens, we're only doing the one. So in the example above we showed you doing in the style was at 6.6. That was the first all green, and between the 6 and the 20 price range. You may have an all green below that, and then doing it in style, our bot will still, if you program it to bet that way of showing, then even if they say that there's a horse at odds of 3, and that's all green, it would still back doing it in style because that's the first horse between 6 and 20. Now, why only the first one? Well, we're looking at keeping the stakes small, and we were finding our way in experiment. When you experiment, you don't go in all guns blazing. and then find you get bowled over before you get out of the trench. No, you take it easy, like the old tortoise in the hare. You take it easy. Now, these are the bets that our bot placed on the 15th of the second, so only a few days ago from when I do this video. And here they are. The blue ones are obviously the winners, and we had 7 from the UK and we had 2 from Ireland. Okay, and we can see there, these are the odds here, and this is the profit or loss less the commissions, so we can see. And we made £27.90 from our £11 investment on these horses. And you can see these times on the side here, these small times. This is my time in Western Australia. So you can see racing started at 9 o'clock at night and finished at 10 to 1 the following morning. And I tell you, I am well and truly asleep by that time. So this all happened when I was rugged up in bed, snug as a bug, warm, had the fan on, had the air conditioning on, but this was all happening on the bot without me looking at a race, without me looking at markets or anything. So 253% return on investment. So in this one here, we had a really good day. Wasn't our best day. It was a sad day, so that was great because sad days are hard to make money at, as you know. Everyone's trying to win. And these are our results for the past 2 months. If I just scroll down a bit more. So this highlighted blue one was our best day, £41 profit. We'll just use pounds. £41 profit on the 20th of the 12th. So just before they go on the Christmas break, they gave us a Christmas present of £41.67. Now this one here in grey, that's our worst day. Our worst day in the 2 months, we lost £18. Okay. So the previous 2 days we made £54, and then on Boxing Day, which is notoriously a bad day to bet, as you'll know, everyone's out. There's more dogs and horses, and then you can poke a stick at. We lost £18, and then we go on 16, 28, and by the end of the month, for just our first 3 weeks, for £157 profit. Okay, so you saw that graph, it sort of flatlined and plateaued for a while, but you can see there we weren't losing a lot. We were losing small poundages, and then we had a few good days and it picked up. So basically what happened is the nuts and bolts of it is over the 2 months, we've had 610 bets. 86 of them are won. Keep in mind between the odds of 6 and 20. So our strike rate was 14%. Easy enough to make profit when you're doing that. So our profit is £272 profit, and we've outlaid £610. So that's 45% return on investment. So as I said before, for every pound, we're making 45p profit after the betfair commission. And we haven't placed a bet physically, and we haven't watched a race or followed a market. This is all done with the RPM bot, okay? And keep in mind, this is only one strategy. You can do 6 different strategies with the bot. But for level staking, this is the one that would be best to plug into. So what we'll do now is we'll just go through quickly in the cloud version of Racing Price Monitor. We'll just show you quick synopsis of how it went, and then we'll talk about RPM, what you need to do to set it up, and how we. Okay, so let's look at yesterday. We had 11 bets. 2 were in Ireland and the other 9 were in the UK. So what we'll do is we'll just quickly flick through the races that were in the UK, which was the first race was Haddock, and our one, the first all green that fitted between the odds of 6 and 20 was from Big Bang. So we can see there's six greens, and it was a winning bet for us. The next race was the Ascot race, and we had
This was a strange one because on our bot we can set parts of a minute, and so our second to last time is 2 minutes 30. We're in this bot here. We can see down here 2 minutes is we can't do 2 minutes 30. So obviously, what happened? We got these two horses were all green. Um, Birdie was all green, but Samuel Spade was all green, and that's the one that the bot picked up. So while it was technically not a bet there, the bot actually picked it up because I'd say its T2 time being at 2 minutes 30 was slightly different than being at 2 minutes. So that doesn't happen very often, but that was a win for us, obviously, $18 winner. The next one for us was Canyon, and our horse was Brentford Hope. So we can see there that was the first one between 6 and 20, all green. No good for us. Moving on down to Haydock, 1350. Now these times that you're seeing here, these are my times, the races in Western Australia. If you use this bot, this cloud software, it comes up with your local time. So our one here, the first one between 6 and 20 was Famous Bridge at 760, all green. So that was our bet. We only bet the first one that comes in the settings that I'm showing you in this video. Okay, the next one was at 0.50, 0.55. Southwell at Raft Up was the first one there, and that was a losing bet for us. The next one was Newcastle, which was with LC, which is a winning bet for us. You can see the other all green one ran a place. You can find that they do extremely well. These six all green. Next one we go down to is here where our bet is Briefly, which ran a place but didn't win, unfortunately. We can't win them all. And in the next one here, we had Makes Me Wonder. There's two there at 14, so I took the first one, so that may have been 14.5 or something. We got Make Me Wonder, we got 13.5 as our odds, so that was our bet, and we didn't get anything for that. And then if we go down to, you can see that these races here, we had these group of races all on top of each other, which is a good thing with the RPM bot because it can accommodate races that close together. And we had Laffer Curve, all green, first one between 6 and 20, so no good for us there. And then if we scroll down, we had two races at Gowan Park. The first one was here, which was our first one that we had was one Bingham. Now here's another case where there's one before it, but obviously with that time sequence, we didn't get Killarney King. We got one for him at nines. We actually got it at sorry, didn't run a place anyway, so it was a losing bet for us. And we had one other at Gowan Park, the last race, and we had Doing It in Style, which ran a place, so no cigar. And there was another one in there between 6 and 20, but as I said, in this method, we only take the first one that fits that price range. So that, if you were following it manually, that's how you would have to do it. And you can do it and also scroll over with the cloud version. You can bet. You can log into your Betfair account and you can bet from within the cloud software if you want to do that. Okay, so those races I just showed you were for these. These were our races here. And you can see. Okay, so that is the cloud software which created the response from the clients that we got to make the RPM. And the RPM does just what I showed you manually there. The RPM bot does that without you having to do anything other than set it up. So we'll move on to what the RPM bot is. Thanks.
Okay, okay, we've finally arrived at the RPM bot. This is the latest version, 1.17. And what I want to show you on this bot is not the full what the bot's capable of. We'll just be talking about the 6 to 20 all green strategy that we've been talking about in the previous part of this video. So basically, we can run up here back one through to back four and then lay one, lay two. So we can use six strategies. Back four, we can just look at now. This is set up for the UK and Ireland, and we'll just go through that. So if we just come over the back four, we can see here, if we click on venues, we can see there's 3 race meetings in Great Britain today, and these are the races starting. These times are our VPS times, not the race time, but that's immaterial. So basically, let's focus our attention here on the right-hand side, and we can see here we've got the countries across the top: Australia, New Zealand, Great Britain, Ireland, South Africa, USA, and others. So the strategy is just Great Britain and Ireland. And then we have the tab selections. These showing up the top here. Basically what it means, if we only have one ticked, then when a race is backed by the bot, that tab will stay closed to any other betting until the result is known, and then it opens again. So that's why it pays to have 3, maybe 4 of the tabs ticked, so that if one tab's busy, it will go to the next tab and still you won't miss out on the bet, okay? Because we're level staking, it doesn't matter. You can have 5, 6. It's not going to be any different in the results that you get. Okay, so in our case, we have 3 ticked. We are using the win market. And here's the important things I was telling you about before, the timer. So our very first time in a race, we'll be looking at the race prices 12 minutes out before the start, then 9 minutes, 7 minutes, 5 minutes, 2.5 minutes, then 1 minute out. And then after that, in 10 seconds time, so at the 50-second mark before the jump, the bot will place the bet. And we use pre-play, we don't use in-play. So this is where it varies a little bit from that cloud software because we can't do the 2.5 minutes. But essentially, you can see in the results that we get a lot of the same horses, and also we don't have to be around when it all happens. The other thing is we choose any horse because we're looking. Doesn't matter where it is in favoritism as long as it's between those odds of 6 and 20. And we have single bet ticked. We only want to bet the first horse that qualifies in that price range. All green, as we said, all the boxes must be green. We don't want them all red. We don't want some green. We don't want the last 3 green. We want the whole 6 to be green, so it's all green. And level staking is £1. You can obviously pick what you want. You can bet 10p if you want while you see what is happening. Okay, and then we have the price range of our horses are going to be between 6 and 20. And we have the favourite must be 2 to 10. So we don't want to be betting any races where there's an odds on favourite. We just want something stacked in our favour. Minimum match, I've just got 5,000, but obviously that's immaterial in the UK because you're going to have the races are going to qualify. And we have in play action, we just put keep. Minimum runners, maximum runners, 1 to 25. That's the maximum. 25 is as far as it goes. And the commission is 5%. And these here don't work on the level staking, so we don't have to worry about them. And we want non-handicap and handicap. That is the settings that we give you to use this strategy. Now, as I said, this is only one of many different ways of using the RPM bot, but it's the one that's giving us those results I've just shown you, and I'll show you Sunday's results shortly. You can see we had a good day again yesterday. So you set the bot up, you click on start, you make sure that you've got auto reload tick. So that means it auto reloads the next day's races, etc. So you don't have to worry about that. Show the market. If we click on this here, it will show us the market. Now, also keep in mind these boxes, if you want to watch the race, these boxes do not get filled, repeat, do not get filled until the last time. So a minute before the race, then these boxes will get filled. Okay, whatever time you've got set here. Sorry, 50 seconds out, then these boxes will get filled and you'll see if they're all red or mixture or whatever they are. You can also use the sort button, which will sort in favorite order. We can see we're 9 hours, 7 minutes away from this first race at Carlisle. And we can see at the moment there's only $5,000 in the pool. Whatever currency your Betfair account is, and you must have a Betfair account to run the Betfair bot, is so if your currency is pounds, then that would show up as pounds and it would be like £2,500 at the moment. Okay, these are performances, these are strategies that we are checking. We often clear the bots and restart because we're updating and improving. We have the results here, the all important results. So you can see the results here and we can download the results and we can sort and find out what's working, what's not working. It shows the cancelled bets, the bets that have been cancelled, not being met, then reissued again. Current bets is none, and then we are back to the settings. Now there's a tutorial on how to use it and all that in the click on the software manual. But that settings I've given you is for the 6 to 20 all green, which is what's been doing so well for us over the past 2 months. And we see no reason why it should. So let's. Okay, nearly forgot, but as promised, yesterday was Sunday, 16th of February. And don't worry about these are the times that the races happened in Sydney time. But we can see there we had 7 races, 2 winners, 13, 50, and 12. So good price winners. Overall profit for the day of 1740. So another high turnover return on investment of 248%. So for every pound, we got £2.48 profit back. So a good day. No racing in Ireland was recorded for us, just the UK racing. So that is using the 6 to 20 all green principle and a good result. So that's 2 days in a row there. We've picked up about £45 profit for minimal outlay. And here's what Brian had to say. I want to extend my congratulations to you and Michael for delivering an exceptional piece of programming. This truly feels like a game changer. It's significant potential for scalability, provided it's approached with care. What stands out to me is the selective nature, and it means missing out on some winners, but the strategy itself is absolutely essential. I'm genuinely impressed, and that was from Brian. He said we could use his email for testimonial, and it's on the page here to see. So, what's happened in the last 60 days, not counting yesterday, which was that profit that I just showed you, you would have paid in the two months using level staking, you would have paid for 3 years subscription to the bot. So 2 months has given you a coverage of 3 years, those last 2 months. So the price is not going to be the price that it is forever. Obviously, we put up the price to protect the people that jumped on early and which are usually our good customers. So if you like the approach, you want to get involved, today is the best day to grab the RPM bot. Don't come back later and say, it's gone up, because yes, it has gone up. We gave you the opportunity, so seize it. And as I said, this strategy is only one way of using it. We have other ways in the owner's manual, which you get access through the bot. So thanks for watching this video. I'm sorry it's gone for so long. but I wanted to cover everything and give you an idea on how this process works. On behalf of Michael and me, thank you very much for your time. And as I said before, it's taken a bit of time today, but it's going to save you a lot of time in the future where you don't have to watch, don't have to place the bets. The bot will do it for you. So thanks a million. Cheers.